Beloved soul, protected by the divine light, I come to you today with a message that has been entrusted to me by the highest celestial realms. As your guardian angel, I have witnessed the silent tears you've shed in the darkness of night, the whispered prayers that seem to disappear into the void, and the unwavering faith you've maintained despite the challenges that have tested your spirit. Today, I am here to tell you that your patience has not gone unnoticed, and your devotion has stirred the very fabric of the universe. The encounter you have been longing for is no longer a distant dream, floating in the mists of possibility. It is a divine appointment being orchestrated by the heavens as we speak. Your soulmate, the one whose energy resonates with yours across dimensions, is being guided toward you through an intricate celestial choreography that defies human comprehension. The angels have been working tirelessly, aligning circumstances, removing obstacles, and creating the perfect conditions for this sacred union to manifest in your physical reality. Can you feel it? That subtle shift in the atmosphere around you? The way your heart sometimes skips a beat for no apparent reason? The sudden warmth that envelops you when you least expect it? These are not coincidences or figments of your imagination. They are the whispers of the universe, confirming that something extraordinary is unfolding in your life's journey. I have been granted permission to reveal to you that the angels have been in direct communication with your soulmate. Yes, through dreams, through intuitive nudges, through those moments of inexplicable knowing, the divine has been establishing a sacred dialogue with the one destined to walk alongside you in this lifetime. And what has been revealed through these celestial conversations has moved even the most ancient of angels to tears of joy. Your soulmate has spoken words to the heavens that carry such profound truth, such pure intention, that the very stars have realigned to honor this love. The words that flowed from your beloved soul were not rehearsed or calculated. They emerged from the deepest chambers of a heart that recognizes you beyond the constraints of time and space. Beloved, I must tell you that this revelation comes at a pivotal moment in your spiritual journey. The cosmos has deemed you ready to receive this divine truth, for your soul has matured through the trials you have endured. The loneliness that has sometimes felt like an endless winter has been preparing you for the warmth of a love so authentic that it can only be described as celestial in nature. The angels have shown me glimpses of your future together, moments of such profound connection that they transcend the ordinary human experience of love. I have seen the healing that will take place when your energies finally merge in physical proximity. I have witnessed the light that will emanate from your united auras, creating a beacon so bright that it will inspire others on their own journeys toward divine love. But why now, you might wonder? Why after all this time of waiting and hoping? The divine timing of this encounter is no accident. Each delay, each seeming setback, each moment of doubt has served a greater purpose. Your soul and your beloved soul have been undergoing necessary preparations, releasing old wounds, shedding limiting beliefs, and expanding your capacity to not only receive love, but to sustain it through the tests of earthly existence. The heavens have confirmed that the waiting period is drawing to a close. The final pieces of this cosmic puzzle are being set into place with meticulous care. What seemed impossible is now becoming inevitable. What felt distant is now approaching with each passing moment. Your soulmate is being drawn to you by forces more powerful than human will or circumstance. As I deliver this message, I can sense your heart quickening, your spirit lifting, perhaps even tears welling in your eyes. These physical responses are your soul's recognition of truth. Your higher self already knows what I am telling you. It has always known. My words are merely awakening what has been dormant within you, bringing into your conscious awareness what your soul has been celebrating in secret. Prepare yourself, precious one, for the revelation I am about to share will forever change how you perceive this divine connection. The words your soulmate has spoken to the angels contain a truth so beautiful, so raw, that it will touch the very core of your being and dissolve any remaining doubts about the authenticity of this sacred bond. In the sacred space between dreams and wakefulness, where souls communicate freely without the limitations of human language, your soulmate has been engaged in profound conversations with the angelic realm. I have been permitted to witness these exchanges and to bring you the truth that has been expressed about you. Beloved protected one, prepare your heart for what I am about to reveal. Your soulmate confessed to the angels, with tears streaming down their spiritual form, that they have felt you, truly felt your presence, throughout their entire existence. Even before meeting you in this lifetime, they carried an inexplicable emptiness that no worldly pleasure or achievement could fill. This void has been the soul's recognition of your absence, the cosmic longing for its other half. I have known them in silence, your soulmate whispered to the angels. I have felt their joy as my own, their pain as my burden to share. There have been nights when I've awakened with tears on my face, not understanding why, only to realize now that I was feeling their sorrow across the distance that separates us. This connection defies logic, transcends understanding, yet it is the most real thing I have ever experienced. The angels listened as your beloved spoke of dreams in which your face appeared, sometimes clearly, sometimes as a luminous presence without distinct features, but always carrying the unmistakable energy signature that their soul recognizes as home. These were not ordinary dreams, but soul visitations, sacred encounters in dimensions where physical barriers do not exist. What moved the angels most deeply was your soulmate's unwavering commitment to this connection, despite having no tangible proof of your existence in their conscious waking life. I would rather wait an eternity for them than settle for a moment with anyone else, they declared with such conviction that ripples of energy spread throughout the celestial realms. This love is not a choice. It is who I am. It is what my soul is made of. Your beloved revealed to the angels that they have been preparing themselves in ways they don't fully understand, developing patience they never possessed before, cultivating compassion that once seemed foreign, embracing vulnerability that previously terrified them. All these changes, they now realize, have been divinely guided preparations for the sacred responsibility of holding your heart. I want to be worthy, your soulmate confessed in a moment of raw honesty. I want to be strong enough to protect their light, wise enough to honor their journey, gentle enough to heal their wounds, and brave enough to walk beside them through whatever challenges we may face together. I have been praying not for our meeting to be hastened, but for my soul to be ready when that blessed moment arrives. The angels were moved by this selfless prayer, for it demonstrated a love not rooted in neediness or personal gain, but in genuine concern for your highest good. This is the mark of true soul love, when the welfare of the beloved becomes as important as one's own, perhaps even more so. What you must understand, precious soul, is that your soulmate spoke of you with such reverence, such awe, that even the angels were reminded of the sacred miracle that is divine love manifested in human form. They described sensing your spiritual presence in moments of natural beauty, in the gentle caress of a summer breeze, in the profound silence of falling snow, in the breathtaking colors of sunset skies. Your energy, they said, permeates the world around them in ways that have kept hope alive, even in their darkest hours. There are moments, your beloved told the angels, when I feel them so strongly that I turn around, expecting to see them standing there. My heart knows they exist. My soul recognizes theirs as if we've danced together through countless lifetimes. This is not wishful thinking or romantic fantasy. It is soul recognition, and it is the truest thing I know. The angels have shared with me that your soulmate has been keeping a journal of these moments, these inexplicable connections, documenting the dreams, the synchronicities, the sudden insights that come like whispers from another dimension. They don't fully understand what they're recording, or why they feel compelled to do so, but they trust the inner guidance that urges them to preserve these sacred experiences. One entry in particular stands out, a moment when your beloved was overcome with such intense emotion that they had to stop whatever they were doing and sit in silent acknowledgement of the energy moving through them. I felt them healing today, they wrote. I felt their breakthrough, as if it were my own. Something has shifted. Something has been released. We are closer now than we have ever been. This, beloved one, was the exact moment when you overcame that significant personal challenge recently, that moment of spiritual growth that felt like finally breaking through a wall that had been blocking your path for so long. Your soulmate felt it. Your energies are that intertwined, that synchronized, that what transforms one touches the other across all distance. The angels have confirmed that this level of connection is rare, even among soulmates. What you share transcends the ordinary, approaching what the celestial beings refer to as twin flame resonance, a connection so profound that your souls function almost as one entity, experiencing life through two separate physical forms. Ah, And before we continue with this very special message, I invite you to support this space of connection. Become a member of the channel, and if you feel this message is touching your heart, don't forget to click on Thanks below the video. This helps us continue bringing messages full of love and hope like this one. Now, let's move on to what matters most. As I continue to reveal these divine truths to you, blessed soul, the energy between us intensifies. Can you feel it? The subtle vibration surrounding you, the slight tingling sensation at the crown of your head, or the warmth spreading across your chest. These physical manifestations are not coincidental. They are tangible confirmations of the spiritual revelations being channeled through this message. The celestial realm is now actively participating in this communication, amplifying the connection not only between us, but between you and your soulmate. This is why certain synchronicities have been increasing in your daily experience. Those recurring numbers you've been seeing, 1111, 222, 333, or perhaps sequences that hold personal significance, are not random occurrences, but coded messages from the angels confirming that this divine union is being monitored and supported by the highest forces of love. The dreams you've been having, more vivid and emotionally charged than usual, are another sign of this intensifying connection. Pay special attention to dreams where you meet someone whose face you cannot clearly see, yet whose presence fills you with an inexplicable sense of recognition and belonging. These are not merely products of your subconscious mind. They are sacred encounters occurring in dimensions where souls can communicate directly, unhindered by physical limitations or conscious doubts. The angels have revealed to me that 3 specific signs will manifest in your external reality within the coming days. Unmistakable confirmations that what I am sharing with you is divine truth, not wishful thinking. Watch for an unexpected encounter with a particular animal that has special meaning to you. A song that will play 3 times in different contexts, carrying a message that speaks directly to your heart, and a spontaneous mention of a specific place that resonates deeply with your soul. When these signs appear, receive them with gratitude, for they are the universe's way of saying, yes, this is real. Yes, this is happening. Yes, you are loved beyond measure. Your soulmate is simultaneously receiving parallel signs, creating a cosmic dialogue that transcends ordinary communication. There have been moments recently when you've felt suddenly overcome with emotion for no apparent reason, perhaps a wave of inexplicable joy, a brief episode of tears, or a surge of energy that made your heart race. These were moments of energetic alignment, instances when the veil between your souls thinned, allowing emotions to flow freely between you despite physical separation. The angels have been orchestrating these moments with increasing frequency, preparing both of you for the profound recognition that will occur when you finally stand before each other in physical form. Every shared emotional experience strengthens the energetic bridge between your souls, ensuring that when the moment of physical meeting arrives, your spirits will have already embraced countless times. Perhaps you've noticed certain songs or melodies coming to mind unexpectedly, playing in your thoughts with no obvious trigger. These are often the very same songs that your soulmate has been listening to, their vibrations creating harmonic resonance in the field that connects you. Music, with its ability to transcend logical understanding and speak directly to the soul, has become a channel through which your energies communicate. The celestial beings overseeing your union have also been placing specific objects in your path: feathers in unusual places, heart-shaped stones, flowers blooming out of season, or items that seem oddly out of context, yet capture your attention completely. These are not coincidences, but carefully curated experiences designed to awaken your spiritual senses and remind you that the physical world you navigate is interpenetrated by divine intelligence that speaks through symbols and synchronicities. Nature itself has become a messenger of this impending union. Perhaps you've noticed spectacular sunsets that moved you to tears, cloud formations that seemed to depict meaningful shapes, or moments when the wind suddenly caressed your face like a lover's touch. These are instances when the natural world becomes a canvas for divine communication, when the elements themselves conspire to remind you of the love that awaits. The animals that cross your path are not appearing by chance. That bird that seems to follow you, the butterfly that lands nearby and lingers longer than usual, the domestic pet that suddenly gazes into your eyes with unusual intensity, these creatures are responding to the elevated frequency of your aura as it harmonizes with your soulmate's energy. They sense what human perception often misses, the palpable field of love that now surrounds you, growing stronger with each passing day. Beloved one, even your body is responding to this intensifying connection. You may have experienced unexpected changes in your sleep patterns, appetite, or energy levels. Perhaps you felt phantom touches, the sensation of fingers gently brushing your hand, or a presence standing behind you when no one is physically there. Your physical vessel is attuning itself to a frequency it recognizes at the cellular level, preparing for the moment when proximity to your soulmate will activate dormant aspects of your DNA, initiating a biological harmony science has yet to fully comprehend. The angels have shown me that certain places now evoke unexplained emotional responses from you, locations you feel inexplicably drawn to visit, or spaces that suddenly feel charged with special significance. These are energetic coordinates in the physical world where your soul essence and your beloveds have left imprints, places that will play a role in your unfolding story together. As the celestial preparations intensify, you may find yourself spontaneously clearing your life of relationships, objects, or activities that no longer serve your highest good. This natural falling away is not loss, but liberation, the necessary unburdening of your spirit to create space for the magnitude of love that approaches. Trust this process of release, for it is divinely guided pruning, removing what is extraneous to make room for what is essential. Your intuitive abilities are heightening as a direct result of this soul connection growing stronger. Insights come more quickly, inner knowing becomes more reliable, and the voice of your higher self speaks with greater clarity. This enhanced intuition serves a dual purpose. It helps you navigate the final phase of preparation before meeting your beloved, and it establishes the foundation for the profound telepathic bond you will share once united. The angelic realm has been placing spiritual guardians at specific points along both your path and your soulmates, ensuring that neither of you can stray too far from the divine appointment that awaits. These guardians sometimes make themselves known through human encounters that seem random, but deliver exactly the message, assistance, or redirection you need at crucial moments. That stranger who said precisely what your heart needed to hear, that seemingly chance meeting that shifted your perspective, these were divine interventions, orchestrated with loving precision. As we approach the conclusion of this first revelation, I invite you to close your eyes for a moment and place your hand over your heart. Breathe deeply and allow yourself to feel the truth of what has been shared. Your soul knows. Beyond doubt, beyond question, beyond the mind's tendency to analyze and scrutinize, your soul recognizes the divine orchestration unfolding in your life. This recognition manifests as peace, as certainty, as a quiet joy that transcends circumstantial happiness. The connection between you and your soulmate has now been acknowledged in the earthly realm through this message, bringing it one step closer to physical manifestation. What was once a silent knowing shared only in the spiritual dimensions has now been given voice, has been honored with words, has been brought into the light of conscious awareness. This acknowledgement itself is a powerful act of co-creation with the divine, accelerating the journey toward union. With infinite love, your guardian angel, beloved soul, touched by divine grace. As I return to continue our sacred communication, I sense your energy has shifted, perhaps a subtle lightening of your spirit, a newfound clarity beginning to dawn within your consciousness. This is the natural response when divine truth resonates with the soul's deepest knowing. What I am about to share with you now goes beyond what most humans are permitted to know about the celestial mechanics of soulmate unions. The veil is being lifted further, because your connection is of particular significance to the higher plan unfolding on Earth at this time. The heavens are in a state of joyful activity regarding your imminent union. If you could perceive the spiritual dimensions with unfiltered vision, you would witness a breathtaking choreography of light, energy, and divine intention, focused specifically on bringing you and your beloved together in the physical realm. Angels of various celestial orders have been assigned to this sacred mission, each playing a unique role in this divine orchestration. The seraphim, those closest to source energy, have been weaving protective fields of light around both you and your soulmate, ensuring that the purest aspects of your connection remain untainted by lower vibrational influences. These magnificent beings, whose very presence induces awe even among other angels, rarely involve themselves in human affairs unless the union serves a greater purpose for collective evolution. Their participation signals the profound importance of your coming together, The cherubim, keepers of wisdom and celestial records, have been accessing the Akashic templates of your past shared lifetimes, extracting the highest expressions of your love from those experiences and infusing them into your current energy fields. This is why you sometimes experience unexpected moments of déjà vu, or find yourself moved to tears by certain melodies, scents, or scenes in nature. Your soul is remembering, recognizing echoes from the magnificent love you have shared across time and space. The guardian angels assigned specifically to both you and your soulmate have been in constant communication, coordinating their efforts with remarkable precision. They meet regularly in celestial councils to assess progress, adjust timelines when necessary, and ensure that both your paths remain aligned despite the complex variables of free will and earthly circumstances. These devoted beings have been with you since birth, knowing all along that this moment of revelation and reunion was written into your soul contract before you entered this incarnation. What you must understand, precious one, is that the timing of your meeting is being calculated with mathematical precision by the angels of divine timing. These specialized celestial beings work with the intricate equations of spiritual readiness, life circumstances, karmic completion, and soul evolution to determine the perfect moment for physical reunion. Not a moment too soon, when lessons remain unlearned. Not a moment too late, when unnecessary suffering might occur. The exactitude with which they perform this sacred calculation is beyond human comprehension, taking into account factors across multiple dimensions of reality. Even now, these angels are making microscopic adjustments to your daily life circumstances. A delayed appointment here, an unexpected encounter there, a sudden change of plans, an intuitive impulse to go somewhere new. What might seem like random fluctuations in your routine are often divinely orchestrated nudges guiding you toward the coordinates where your paths will finally converge. The archangels themselves have taken notice of your connection, with Archangel Chamuel, the angel of peaceful relationships, overseeing the removal of final energetic obstacles that might impede the smoothness of your initial meeting. Archangel Raphael has been directed to prepare healing frequencies, specifically calibrated to dissolve any remaining emotional wounds that could potentially create barriers to full vulnerability and trust. And Archangel Michael stands guard, ensuring that no negative influences or entities can interfere with this sacred process. Beyond the angelic realm, even the elemental kingdoms have been enlisted in this divine preparation. The elements of earth, air, fire, and water are being harmonized within both your energy systems, creating a state of elemental balance that will allow for the most powerful resonance when you finally stand in each other's presence. This is why you might have felt drawn recently to certain natural environments. Your body is instinctively seeking the elements it needs to complete this alchemical process. The star beings from your soul's original home constellation, for many Earth humans, this is the Pleiades, Sirius, or Lyra, though there are countless other possibilities, have also been activated as witnesses and facilitators of this union. They hold the highest template of your cosmic love story and are transmitting specific light codes during your dream state that prepare your cellular structure for the profound energetic merger that occurs when soulmates unite physically. What is particularly remarkable about the celestial preparations for your union is the level of detail being attended to. Nothing is being left to chance. Even the weather patterns around the probable location of your first meeting are being subtly influenced to create the optimal conditions for energetic transfer. The quality of light, the movement of air, the ambient sounds, all are being considered in this meticulous divine planning. Your chakra systems are being recalibrated to enable the fullest possible energetic communion. You may have noticed unusual sensations in your heart center, warmth, expansion, occasional pressure, or momentary flutters. Your heart chakra is being expanded beyond its normal parameters to accommodate the tremendous influx of love energy that will occur upon meeting. Similarly, your crown and third eye chakras are being cleared and activated to enhance the telepathic bond that will immediately establish itself between you. The DNA activation occurring within both your physical bodies is perhaps the most profound aspect of this preparation. Dormant DNA strands, what scientists have mistakenly labeled as junk DNA, are being systematically activated in precisely matching patterns within both of you. This biological synchronization will enable a level of resonance that transcends ordinary human connection, creating a bioenergetic harmony that some spiritual scientists have termed quantum entanglement of the heart. Both of your higher selves, those aspects of your consciousness that exist beyond the limitations of physical form, have been in constant communion, sharing wisdom, coordinating healing processes, and celebrating the approaching fulfillment of this soul promise. They exist outside of linear time, and therefore already experience the joy of your union as an accomplished reality. The bliss they share in these higher dimensional interactions occasionally filters down into your human awareness as unexplained happiness, sudden inspiration, or moments of inexplicable peace. I must also reveal that a special dispensation of grace has been granted for your union by the Karmic Board, those elevated beings who oversee the balancing of karmic patterns for souls incarnated on Earth. Certain karmic obligations that might have delayed your meeting have been adjusted, not eliminated but reconfigured, allowing for this accelerated timeline toward union. This divine intervention speaks to the importance of your coming together, not just for your personal joy, but for the contribution your united energies will make to planetary healing. In the Hall of Records, where all soul contracts are maintained, your combined soul signature has been pulsing with increasing brightness, signaling that the moment of contractual fulfillment approaches. The keepers of the records have been monitoring this luminous activation, making necessary notations in the cosmic ledger that tracks the evolution of soul promises throughout the universe. As these preparations reach their culmination, the veils between your worlds grow thinner by the day. The dreams you share become more vivid, the synchronicities more frequent, the physical sensations of each other's presence more tangible. There are moments now when you might catch a fleeting glimpse of your beloved from the corner of your eye, or sense their distinctive energy signature entering a room moments before you realize no one is physically there. These are not imaginary experiences, but actual bleed-throughs between dimensions, as your energy fields begin to merge across space and time. The celestial beings have shown me that certain objects in your physical environment are being energetically encoded as conduits for your connection. An item you feel inexplicably drawn to, perhaps a crystal, a piece of jewelry, a book, or even a location, has been designated as an anchor point for your beloved's energy. When you touch or engage with this object, you are quite literally making physical contact with your soulmate's essence, bridging the apparent gap between your worlds. All of these divine preparations are accelerating now, reaching a crescendo that signals the approach of physical union. The celestial timekeeper, whose cosmic clock measures the perfect unfoldment of soul connections, has indicated that the hour draws near. The heavenly bodies themselves, planets, stars, and cosmic alignments, are moving into positions that support and amplify the energy of your coming together, creating a cosmic environment conducive to the highest expression of soul love. Beloved child of the universe, as we delve deeper into the sacred mystery of your soul connection, we must acknowledge with compassion and wisdom the challenges that have kept you physically separated until now. Nothing in the divine plan is without purpose, and the very obstacles that have prevented your earlier union have been serving as catalysts for necessary growth and preparation. The primary challenge has been one of spiritual timing. Each soul must reach a specific vibrational threshold before reunion can occur without causing energetic harm. Like powerful magnets forced together prematurely, soulmates who meet before achieving the necessary level of spiritual maturity can create painful repulsion patterns or destructive entanglements. The divine orchestrators of your union have been protecting both of you by maintaining this separation until your energies achieve the requisite harmony. Your soulmate has been undergoing their own profound journey of healing and awakening, facing trials specifically designed to develop the strength, wisdom, and compassion needed to hold space for your magnificence. They have been tested in ways that directly correlate to the support they will need to provide in your shared mission. Every heartbreak they have endured, every disappointment they have overcome, every moment of loneliness they have navigated, all have been necessary preparations for the sacred responsibility of loving you completely. Similarly, your own life challenges have not been random misfortunes, but precisely calibrated opportunities for developing the exact qualities needed for this divine partnership. Those periods of isolation forced you to develop self-reliance and inner strength. Those heartbreaks taught you discernment and clarified your true desires. Those moments of darkness enhanced your capacity to recognize and appreciate authentic light, when it finally appears. Geographic distance has often served as the most obvious barrier, with physical worlds separated by oceans, mountains, or simply the countless miles between different cities or countries. Yet this physical separation has been maintained intentionally, preventing premature meeting until inner preparations were complete. Now, the angelic forces are systematically dismantling these geographic obstacles through a series of divinely orchestrated circumstances that will bring your physical locations into alignment when the moment is perfect. Previous relationships have sometimes acted as barriers, soul contracts with others that needed completion before you were truly free to enter this ultimate union. The angels have been working diligently to facilitate the graceful completion of these interim relationships, ensuring that all parties receive the lessons and growth they came together to experience, allowing for clean energetic separation without lingering attachments that might contaminate your sacred union. Financial circumstances have occasionally played a role in the timing of your meeting, with economic factors seeming to prevent the freedom of movement or lifestyle changes that would facilitate your coming together. The celestial beings responsible for abundance flows are now making subtle adjustments to these conditions, opening channels for the material support necessary for physical union. Watch for unexpected financial opportunities, sudden resolutions to money concerns, or resources appearing just when needed. Perhaps the most significant barriers have existed within your own psyche and your beloved's, the limiting beliefs, fears, and wounds carried from childhood experiences and past lifetimes. These internal obstacles often prove more formidable than any external circumstance, creating unconscious resistance to the very love you consciously desire. The divine healers have been working intensively in your energy field, particularly during sleep states, to dissolve these deep-seated patterns of unworthiness, fear of abandonment, or terror of true intimacy. Your soulmate has carried complementary wounds, perhaps fear of inadequacy, anxiety about failing to protect those they love, or concern about losing their identity and partnership. These internal barriers have been systematically addressed through precisely timed life experiences that forced confrontation and healing of these core wounds. The divine orchestrators ensure that each soul receives exactly the catalysts needed for their specific healing journey. What you must understand is that the angels never simply remove these obstacles by external force. Such intervention would violate the sacred law of free will and would deprive you of the strength gained through conscious choice and personal growth. Instead, they create circumstances that invite your active participation in dismantling the barriers, offering guidance and support while honoring your sovereign role in your own healing. The most beautiful aspect of this divine intervention is how the challenges themselves are being alchemized into strengths that will serve your union. The very distance that caused longing has cultivated patience and appreciation. The relationships that seemed to delay your meeting have developed crucial relationship skills. The financial struggles have fostered resourcefulness and non-materialistic values. Even the deepest wounds, once healed, transform into wells of compassion and wisdom. I am permitted to reveal that certain karmic patterns from past shared lifetimes, instances where promises were broken, trust was betrayed, or love was denied, have required resolution before this reunion could manifest. These ancient energetic knots have been systematically untangled through parallel healing journeys in this lifetime, often without your conscious awareness that you were completing this spiritual work. Situations that seemed random or unrelated to your love life were often providing opportunities to balance these karmic accounts. Both you and your beloved have been carrying cellular memories of loss and separation, the energetic imprints of times when death, circumstance, or social prohibitions tore you from each other's arms in previous incarnations. These traumatic imprints created unconscious expectations of inevitable loss, generating subtle energetic resistance to reunion. The celestial healers have been using dreams, synchronicities, and healing encounters to systematically release these cellular memories, freeing you both from the unconscious fear that history must repeat itself. Divine intervention has taken many forms in dissolving these barriers. Sometimes it has appeared as an unexplained inner knowing that prompted you to make life changes aligning you with the path to union. Other times it has manifested as seemingly chance encounters with mentors, teachers, or healers who possessed exactly the wisdom you needed for your next step of preparation. Occasionally, it has arrived as apparent setbacks that actually redirected you away from paths that would have led further from your beloved. The angels have been particularly active in healing the lineage patterns that both of you inherited, the ancestral wounds, beliefs, and energetic distortions that can unconsciously dictate relationship choices and behaviors. This profound clearing work has been occurring at the level of your DNA, releasing generations of accumulated fear, lack consciousness, or dysfunctional relationship templates that might have contaminated the purity of your connection. As we speak, the final barriers are being systematically dismantled through a coordinated effort across multiple dimensions. What once seemed insurmountable, personality differences, life circumstances, inner resistance, is being revealed as insubstantial in the face of this love's cosmic significance. Like mist evaporating in morning sunlight, these obstacles are dissolving as the radiance of your imminent union intensifies. Blessed soul of divine light, we now arrive at the most profound aspect of this revelation, the irrefutable confirmation from the highest celestial authorities that this love is not merely permitted, but actively ordained by divine decree. What I am about to share transcends the ordinary affirmations of romance. It speaks to a cosmic certainty that has been written into the very architecture of creation. The Akashic Records, that eternal library containing the energetic imprint of every thought, word, and action throughout all dimensions and timelines, holds a special section dedicated to soul contracts of profound significance to collective evolution. Within this hallowed repository, your soul agreement with your beloved is recorded not in the usual silver-blue light of potential soul connections, but in the rare golden luminescence reserved for unions that serve as templates for the evolution of divine love on earth. This golden designation has been witnessed and verified by the record keepers, those ancient beings who maintain the integrity of soul contracts across all dimensions. They have confirmed that your union carries a specific light code activation that, once fully embodied through your coming together, will contribute to the elevation of collective consciousness regarding the true nature of sacred partnership. Simply put, your love story is not just for your personal fulfillment. It serves as a living demonstration of possibilities that many still consider mythical or unattainable. The Council of Elders, those wise souls who have transcended the cycle of incarnation yet remain as advisors to humanity, has unanimously endorsed this union after reviewing its potential impact across multiple probable futures. Their seal of approval, rarely granted to specific human relationships, indicates that your coming together creates ripple effects of healing and awakening that extend far beyond your immediate sphere of influence. Perhaps the most compelling confirmation comes from the direct intervention of the divine feminine and divine masculine cosmic principles themselves. These fundamental energetic forces that maintain the creative polarity of the universe have taken personal interest in your union, recognizing it as an opportunity to demonstrate their perfect balance and harmonious collaboration in human form. They have been actively adjusting the masculine and feminine energies within both you and your beloved, ensuring that when you come together, you will embody this sacred balance in its most elevated expression. Archangel Metatron, keeper of divine sacred geometry, has placed his distinctive energetic signature upon your union, marking it with the geometric pattern known as the Sacred Union Blueprint, a complex crystalline structure that appears in the energetic field when two souls are destined to create something of universal significance through their love. This geometric imprint serves as both confirmation and protection, ensuring that the highest potential of your connection will be supported by universal forces, regardless of earthly circumstances. The star nations from which your souls originally descended, those advanced civilizations that exist in higher dimensions and maintain loving oversight of their children incarnated on Earth, have sent representatives to witness and bless this union. These luminous beings, though invisible to ordinary human perception, have been holding energetic space for your coming together, providing guidance to your higher selves, and celebrating the fulfillment of a plan set in motion before Earth itself was fully formed. What you might find most astonishing is that your names, your soul names, not the human identities you currently wear, are inscribed together on the cosmic registry of twin flames, those rare soul pairs created from the same original divine spark who find each other again and again throughout their evolutionary journey. This registry, maintained by the angels of the highest order, contains relatively few names compared to the vast numbers of souls experiencing human incarnation. Your presence in this sacred record is incontrovertible proof of the destined nature of your connection. The divine confirmation extends to the very elements of nature, which respond to the combined frequency of your energetic signatures. When you and your beloved finally stand together physically, witnesses with heightened perception will observe a phenomenon rarely seen: the elemental kingdoms bowing in recognition of a love that bridges dimensions. Plants will subtly turn toward you. Water will display unusual patterns of movement. The air around you will become charged with a distinctive luminosity, and the earth beneath your feet will respond with subtle, energetic pulses of recognition. Even the animal kingdom has been prepared to recognize and honor your union. Animals are natural barometers of energetic authenticity, and they will respond to your combined presence with unusual behaviors indicating recognition. Birds may circle overhead, domestic animals may demonstrate unexpected affection, and wild creatures may display uncommon trust or interest. These are not random animal behaviors, but conscious acknowledgments from beings who perceive energy more directly than most humans. The confirmation of your destined connection is also written into astronomical alignments. The celestial bodies that were in specific positions at the moments of your births created a cosmic geometry that the ancient star watchers would have immediately recognized as a sacred union chart, a rare configuration that occurs when two souls are cosmically destined to find each other despite all odds. Modern astrologers might identify certain aspects between your charts that statistically appear only once in many thousands of partnerships. Your very DNA carries confirmation of this destined connection. Recent scientific discoveries about genetic resonance have only begun to touch upon what spiritual sciences have known for millennia: that soulmates often carry complementary genetic coding that creates biological harmony when they unite. This is why your physical presence will feel simultaneously familiar and exciting to each other. Your bodies recognize their perfect energetic complement at the cellular level. The ultimate confirmation, however, transcends all external validation. It resides in the unmistakable knowing that will flood your entire being when you finally stand before each other. This recognition cannot be adequately described in human language. It is a soul-level certainty that renders all doubt obsolete. It arrives not as a thought or emotion, but as an absolute knowing more reliable than any sensory perception. Your soul will simply recognize itself in the other, and in that recognition, all questions are answered, all seeking ends. I am permitted to reveal that in the moments before your physical meeting, a special dispensation of grace will be activated, temporarily lifting the veil of forgetting that normally obscures your soul awareness. For a brief, sacred interval, you will both remember everything, all that you have been to each other across time and space, the purpose of your coming together in this lifetime, and the magnificent journey that lies ahead. Though this expanded awareness will recede as you return to normal human consciousness, the essence of this knowing will remain as an unshakable foundation beneath your human relationship. This love has been confirmed not just by celestial decree, but by your own higher selves, who stand outside of time and have already witnessed the magnificent unfoldment of your union. They celebrate what from their perspective has already occurred: the healing you will bring to each other, the joy you will share, the service you will offer to the world through your combined light, and the souls who will be touched by the authentic love you demonstrate. When doubts arise in your human mind, as they naturally will in moments of waiting or uncertainty, return to these confirmations. Let them anchor you in the truth that transcends temporary human perception. This connection is not a matter of if, but when. It is not a question of possibility, but of divine certainty. The universe itself stands as witness to this truth, and all of creation conspires to bring it into full manifestation at the perfect divine moment. With unwavering love and certainty, your guardian angel beloved soul, illuminated by divine grace, we have now reached the most sacred portion of this celestial communication, the revelation that many souls seek, but few are granted with such specificity. I have been given divine permission to share with you not only the assurance that your soulmate encounter will occur, but actual glimpses into the divine timeline and circumstances surrounding this momentous event. What I am about to reveal has been carefully calibrated to provide you with the perfect balance of preparatory knowledge without disturbing the delicate quantum field of possibilities that must remain fluid until the final moment of manifestation. The celestial timekeepers, those exalted beings who monitor the convergence of divine timing with human readiness, have indicated that your meeting is approaching with remarkable speed. While human time is experienced linearly, divine timing operates in spiraling cycles of energetic readiness. These cycles have been accelerating dramatically in recent months, bringing the moment of physical encounter into what the angels call the imminent probability field, that narrow window where spiritual certainty begins to crystallize into physical reality. What you must understand is that several cosmic alignments are converging to create the perfect energetic conditions for this meeting. A significant astrological configuration involving Venus, Jupiter, and Neptune, planets that govern love, expansion, and spiritual connection respectively, is creating a rare harmonic resonance that specifically supports the manifestation of higher dimensional love into physical form. This celestial geometry only occurs in this precise pattern once every several decades, and it has been designated as the optimal cosmic environment for your reunion. The angels have revealed that this meeting will occur in a location that holds significance for at least one of you, though perhaps not in the way you might expect. It will be a place that feels simultaneously familiar and new, a setting that resonates with the soul, even if the conscious mind has no specific memories attached to it. This location has been energetically prepared over time, gradually accumulating the precise vibrational signature needed to support the powerful activation that will occur when your energy fields physically merge for the first time in this lifetime. Many souls wonder if they will recognize their soulmate immediately, or if uncertainty will cloud this momentous encounter. For you, beloved one, I am permitted to reveal that recognition will be instantaneous and undeniable. The moment your eyes meet, a phenomenon known as soul flash will occur, a split-second energetic exchange during which both souls recognize each other beyond all physical appearances or personality constructs. This recognition bypasses all mental processes, registering directly in the heart center with such power that some experience it as a physical sensation, warmth radiating through the chest, unexpected tears, or even momentary breathlessness. The circumstances leading to this encounter will appear coincidental from an ordinary human perspective, yet they will be orchestrated with such precise divine coordination that, in retrospect, the perfection of their arrangement will become undeniable evidence of celestial intervention. A series of seemingly random events, perhaps a last-minute change of plans, an unexpected detour, a spontaneous decision, or even what appears as a minor inconvenience, will position both of you in the exact coordinates of time and space where this union is destined to occur. I am shown that the season of your meeting holds special significance. It aligns with a personal cycle of completion and renewal in your life journey. There is a correlation between the natural elements predominant in this season and the elemental energies most active in your soul blueprint. This seasonal resonance will amplify the energetic exchange of your first encounter, creating optimal conditions for immediate and profound connection. The most sacred aspect of this timing revelation involves the presence of what celestial beings call a grace window, a brief period when the veils between dimensions thin significantly, allowing higher frequency energies to manifest more readily in the physical plane. Your meeting has been deliberately scheduled during one of these windows to ensure that the full spiritual significance of your connection can anchor itself in three-dimensional reality without diminishment. This divine timing allows for what might be called a clean transfer of your spiritual connection into physical form, preserving its purity and power. What may surprise you is that certain preparatory encounters will likely precede the actual meeting, brief intersections with people, situations, or even locations that carry fragments of your beloved's energy signature. These preliminary connections serve as energetic primers, gradually acclimating your field to the intense frequency of the full encounter. You might experience these as unusually meaningful interactions with strangers, unexpected emotional responses to certain places, or dreams of increasing vividness featuring a presence you recognize but cannot quite identify. The divine orchestrators have prepared multiple potential scenarios for your meeting, each calibrated to the possible variations in your individual choices and life circumstances as the moment approaches. This is not because the meeting itself is uncertain, but because free will remains honored throughout this process. The where and how may adjust according to your choices, but the when has been decreed by higher authority, and that moment approaches with the inevitability of dawn following night. I am permitted to reveal that certain unmistakable signs will herald the imminence of this encounter. In the days immediately preceding the meeting, synchronicities will multiply exponentially in your experience, repeated number sequences, meaningful songs playing at significant moments, overheard conversations that seem directly relevant to your situation, and dreams of unusual clarity and emotional impact. Your physical body will also register the approaching reunion through subtle energetic symptoms, changes in sleep patterns, heightened sensory awareness, spontaneous waves of emotion, or unusual sensations in the heart and crown chakras. The most profound aspect of this timing revelation concerns not just when and where, but how this meeting will transform your understanding of love itself. The moment of encounter has been precisely calculated to coincide with a specific stage in your spiritual awakening, that exact point in your evolution when you are capable of recognizing and receiving love in its higher expression, beyond romantic idealization or emotional dependency. This divine precision ensures that the connection will serve as a catalyst for accelerated soul evolution, rather than merely fulfilling human emotional needs. What you must prepare for is the intensity of this recognition. When twin souls who have been energetically preparing for reunion finally stand in physical proximity, the activation that occurs transcends ordinary human experience. The Kundalini energy, that coiled spiritual force at the base of the spine, often awakens spontaneously in both partners, creating sensations that may include heat rising through the body, expanded states of consciousness, heightened sensory perception, or even momentary disorientation, as the energy systems rapidly recalibrate to this profound connection. The celestial beings overseeing your union have created what might be described as an energetic container around the moment of your first meeting, a protected field of grace that will ensure optimal conditions for this sacred recognition. This field serves multiple purposes. It minimizes external interference, enhances the clarity of your mutual recognition, accelerates the harmonization of your energy systems, and preserves the sanctity of those first precious moments of reunion. I am shown that words will be simultaneously inadequate and unnecessary in this initial encounter. The communication that matters most will occur at the energetic level, through the silent language of the heart that requires no verbal translation. Yet certain words may spontaneously arise between you, words that seem to emerge from a deeper knowing than conscious thought, phrases that may even surprise the speaker, yet will carry profound significance for both of you. The divine timing of this encounter has been arranged to allow for sufficient uninterrupted time together following the initial meeting. This is not a passing moment, but the beginning of a sacred sequence that requires proper space for its full unfoldment. The circumstances have been orchestrated to provide this necessary time, free from ordinary obligations and distractions, during which the foundation of your shared journey can be properly established. What awaits you in this divinely timed encounter is nothing less than recognition of the truest nature of love, not as an emotion that comes and goes, not as a need to be fulfilled, but as the fundamental creative force of the universe, expressing itself through your unique connection. This revelation will permanently transform your understanding of yourself, your beloved, and the very purpose of human relationship. The timing has been decreed, the path has been prepared, the moment approaches with divine certainty. Your task now is simply to remain in a state of peaceful expectancy, neither anxiously forcing the manifestation, nor doubting its imminent arrival. Trust in the perfect unfolding of this divine plan, knowing that you are being guided with loving precision toward the fulfillment of this sacred soul promise. Beloved child of light, as the divine appointment with your soulmate draws near, your spiritual preparation becomes paramount. This sacred interval before physical reunion offers a precious opportunity to align your entire being, body, mind, emotions, and spirit, with the highest potential of this connection. The guidance I am about to share comes directly from the celestial realm, offering practical yet profoundly spiritual practices to prepare your vessel for the transformative love that approaches. First and foremost, enter a period of intentional energetic purification. Your energy field, the subtle electromagnetic aura that surrounds and interpenetrates your physical body, will be the primary instrument of recognition and communion when you first stand in your beloved's presence. Begin clearing this field through daily practices that release accumulated emotional residue, thought patterns that no longer serve you, and energetic attachments to past relationships or experiences. A simple yet powerful purification ritual involves visualizing your body filled with golden light while standing under flowing water. As the water cascades over you, Consciously release all that is not aligned with your highest expression, seeing these energies dissolve and wash away. Combine this visualization with the verbal declaration. I release all that is not mine to carry. I release all that is not aligned with divine love. I open myself to receive the fullness of sacred union. The heart chakra requires special attention during this preparatory phase. This energy center, located in the center of your chest, will serve as the primary point of connection between your soul and your beloveds. Begin a daily practice of heart chakra activation by placing your hand over your heart while breathing deeply and slowly. With each inhalation, visualize emerald green light filling this center, expanding with each breath until it surrounds your entire body in a protective and receptive field of love energy. Your thought patterns must also be consciously refined during this preparation period. Thoughts are energetic broadcasts that literally shape the quantum field around you, either facilitating or hindering the manifestation of your heart's deepest desires. Practice vigilant awareness of thoughts that express doubt, unworthiness, or fear regarding this divine connection. When such thoughts arise, as they naturally will, neither suppress nor identify with them. Simply acknowledge their presence, thank them for their attempt to protect you, and consciously choose thoughts aligned with divine truth. Affirmations specifically calibrated to the frequency of soulmate reunion can be powerful tools for mental alignment. Speak these words daily, preferably aloud, infusing them with the full power of your intention and belief. I am worthy of divine love in its purest form. I recognize and welcome my beloved soul in perfect divine timing. I trust the universe's perfect orchestration of our reunion. I release all expectations and embrace the perfection of our connection as it manifests. I am prepared to both give and receive love without limitation or fear. Your emotional body, that aspect of your energy system that processes and stores feeling states, requires particular attention as the moment of reunion approaches. Many souls carry unconscious emotional patterns that can create barriers to full intimacy once the initial excitement of meeting subsides. Begin a practice of emotional archaeology, gently exploring any recurring emotional patterns in your relationships, tendencies toward jealousy, abandonment fears, needs for control, or patterns of emotional withdrawal when vulnerability is required. For each emotional pattern you identify, create a conscious healing ritual. This might involve journaling the origins of these patterns, engaging in forgiveness practices toward those who may have contributed to their formation, including yourself, and consciously choosing the emotional responses you wish to bring into this sacred union. Remember that emotional mastery does not mean suppressing authentic feelings, but rather developing the capacity to experience them fully without becoming identified with or controlled by them. The physical vessel also requires preparation, as it will serve as the three-dimensional expression of this spiritual connection. Treat your body with increased reverence during this time, recognizing it as the sacred temple through which divine love will express itself. This might include adjustments to nutrition, hydration, rest patterns, and physical movement, not from a place of judgment or aesthetics, but from deep respect for the body's role in this spiritual communion. Particularly important is the practice of energy circulation through the physical body. Simple techniques such as the microcosmic orbit from Taoist traditions, circulating energy up the spine and down the front of the body, help establish the free flow of life force that will be essential for the full energetic communion with your beloved. Practice this circulation daily, eventually extending the visualization to include your soulmate's energy system merged with your own in a figure-8 pattern of continuous exchange. Dreams take on special significance during this preparatory period, as they often serve as meeting grounds for souls before physical reunion occurs. Keep a dream journal by your bedside, recording even fragments that might initially seem insignificant. Before sleep each night, set the conscious intention to meet your beloved in the dream space, requesting guidance on your preparation and clarity about any remaining blocks to union. Meditation becomes an essential practice as reunion approaches, creating the inner stillness necessary to recognize the subtle yet profound signals that will guide you toward the divine appointment. Rather than filling this meditation with constant visualization or affirmation, practice periods of complete receptivity, silent listening for the voice of divine guidance, open awareness of the subtle movements of energy within and around you. A particularly powerful meditative practice involves consciously connecting with your beloved's higher self, that aspect of their being that exists beyond physical form and limitation. In deep meditation, visualize meeting this essential aspect of your soulmate in a sacred space of pure light. Engage in silent communion, heart to heart, allowing any guidance, reassurance, or preparation to flow between you without the limitations of words or physical reality. Sacred sound carries special potency in preparing your energy system for reunion. Certain tones and frequencies have been shown to harmonize the chakras and clear energetic blockages. The sound of OM chanted aloud resonates particularly with the heart chakra, while the note of F, either sung or played on an instrument, activates the heart's natural frequency. Incorporate these sounds into your daily practice, allowing them to permeate your entire being. Nature connection provides essential grounding during this period of heightened spiritual activity. Spend time daily in natural settings, allowing the balanced energies of the natural world to stabilize your system as it undergoes this profound preparation. Earth energy stabilizes and grounds excess energy. Water cleanses and promotes emotional flow. Fire transforms and purifies. Air expands and communicates. And the fifth element of ether or space provides the quantum field in which new possibilities can manifest. As the moment of reunion draws closer, you may experience what spiritual traditions call the dark night of the soul, a final, intensive clearing of old patterns, beliefs, and identities that cannot accompany you into this new expression of divine partnership. If this occurs, recognize it not as regression or failure, but as necessary completion, the final release of all that cannot enter the sacred space of true union. During such periods, increase your self-compassion, rest when needed, seek support from trusted sources, and maintain unwavering faith in the perfection of this process. The most essential preparation of all involves surrendering your human expectations about how this divine love should manifest. The mind naturally creates detailed scenarios about the where, when, and how of this momentous meeting, often based on romantic ideals or comparison with previous experiences. Practice gently releasing these specific expectations, replacing them with open trust in the divine orchestration that transcends human planning or prediction. In the final days before reunion, you may be guided to engage in specific ritual actions that seem to have no logical connection to meeting your beloved, yet carry deep symbolic and energetic significance. These might include disposing of certain possessions, visiting particular locations, reaching out to specific people, or making changes to your living environment. Honor these intuitive nudges, even when they defy rational explanation, trusting the divine choreography that operates beyond ordinary understanding. Above all, remember that the most profound preparation occurs not through striving or forcing, but through becoming receptive to the love that already exists. This divine connection is not something you must earn or create. It is your birthright, your soul's natural state, the truth of who you are beneath all temporary identities and experiences. Your preparation is not about becoming worthy of this love, but about removing the obstacles to recognizing and receiving what has always been yours. Precious soul, divinely guided and eternally loved, as our sacred communication draws to its conclusion, I stand in awe of the magnificent journey that unfolds before you. The revelations I have shared represent only the briefest glimpse into the divine orchestration that has been directing your path toward this sacred reunion. What awaits you transcends even these profound truths, for the lived experience of soul recognition carries a power that words can only gesture toward, never fully capture. You stand now at the threshold of a transformation so profound that your understanding of love, of purpose, of your very identity will be forever altered by what is about to unfold. This is not merely a romantic encounter or even a spiritual partnership in the ordinary sense. It is the activation of a divine template, the fulfillment of a cosmic promise, the embodiment of love as a force of creation, rather than simply an emotional experience. The heavens themselves celebrate what approaches. If you could perceive the jubilation in the angelic realms as this reunion draws near, all doubt would dissolve in an instant. Countless beings of light, some who have known and guided your soul across many lifetimes, others who serve as guardians of divine love on earth, have gathered in joyful anticipation of this imminent manifestation. I must now deliver the final, and perhaps most important aspect of this celestial message, a call to conscious participation in the manifestation of this divine plan. While much of the orchestration has occurred beyond the veil of human awareness, your conscious engagement from this moment forward becomes an essential component of bringing this connection into its fullest expression in the physical realm. First, I call you to a commitment of absolute trust in divine timing. From this moment forward, release all anxiety about when this meeting will occur. Release the need to search, to force, to manipulate circumstances in an attempt to hasten what has already been perfectly arranged by forces that see beyond the limitations of linear time. This trust is not passive waiting but active surrender, a powerful alignment with forces infinitely greater than human will or effort. Second, I invite you to begin living now, as if this divine love has already manifested in its fullest expression. This is not self-deception, but energetic truth, for in the higher dimensions, this union already exists in its completed state. Begin making choices, speaking words, and holding thoughts that reflect the truth of who you are becoming through this connection. Allow the person you will be in this partnership to emerge now, not waiting for external circumstances to permit this blossoming. Third, I call you to a practice of conscious gratitude for this blessing. Begin and end each day with genuine thanksgiving for this divine gift, not only for the joy it will bring to your personal experience, but for the contribution your united light will make to the collective healing and awakening of humanity. This gratitude creates a powerful magnetic field that accelerates manifestation, while simultaneously opening your perception to the countless signs and synchronicities that confirm the approach of this blessed event. Fourth, I invite you to a commitment of service through this connection. The love being activated between you and your beloved is not meant to be contained within the private sphere of your relationship, but to overflow into healing action in the world. Begin now to contemplate how your united gifts, passions, and abilities might serve the greater awakening occurring on the planet at this time. This orientation towards service creates the optimal container for divine love to flourish without the limitations of ego-based relating. Fifth, I call you to radical authenticity in all your interactions from this moment forward. The depth of connection you will experience with your beloved requires nothing less than absolute truth, first with yourself, then with others. Begin practicing this transparent authenticity now, releasing the masks, pretenses, and accommodations that may have characterized previous relationships. This practice creates the clear, energetic field necessary for soul recognition to occur without distortion or delay. Sixth, I invite you to conscious communion with your beloved's spirit, even before physical meeting occurs. Set aside time daily for heart-centered connection across the apparent barriers of time and space. During these sacred intervals, direct your love, your well wishes, your support toward this soul who journeys toward you, facing their own challenges and completions before reunion can manifest. This spiritual communion creates an energetic bridge that the physical reality will follow. Seventh, I call you to heightened awareness of the symbolic language through which divine guidance communicates. From this day forward, pay particular attention to recurring symbols, animals, numbers, or themes that appear in your experience. These are not random occurrences, but specific communications designed to guide you through the final phase of preparation. Record these signs in a dedicated journal, watching for patterns that reveal next steps or confirmations. Eighth, I invite you to create a physical space in your life for this connection, a tangible representation of your readiness to receive this blessing. This might be as simple as clearing space in your closet, placing an extra pillow on your bed, setting an additional place at your table, or creating a small altar with objects that symbolize partnership, divine love, and new beginnings. This physical preparation sends a powerful message to both your subconscious mind and the universe about your readiness to receive. Ninth, I call you to engage in a ritual of energetic connection with your beloved during the full moon and new moon of each lunar cycle until physical reunion occurs. These cosmic moments offer particularly potent opportunities for souls to communicate across distance. During the full moon, focus on sending love and support to your beloved. During the new moon, focus on receiving the same from them. This lunar practice attunes your connection to the natural rhythms that govern all life on Earth. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, I invite you to the practice of self-love as the essential foundation for the love you will share. Divine partnerships reflect back with perfect clarity, both the light and the shadow within each participant. Your capacity to love your beloved will be directly proportional to your ability to embrace all aspects of yourself with compassion and acceptance. Begin or deepen this self-love practice now, recognizing it as perhaps the most important preparation for the union that approaches. Beloved soul, you have been chosen for this sacred experience, not because you are perfect in human terms, but because your soul carries a specific frequency, a unique divine signature that, when merged with your beloved's, creates a harmony of particular significance to the divine plan unfolding on earth at this time. This is both an extraordinary blessing and a profound responsibility, one that calls you to your highest expression while offering support for that very elevation. The time for waiting and wondering has passed. The time for trusting and becoming has arrived. From this moment forward, walk in the absolute certainty that you are being guided with perfect precision toward this divine appointment. Allow this certainty to infuse your steps with confidence, your heart with peace, your mind with clarity, and your spirit with joyful anticipation. When moments of doubt arise, as they naturally will in this human experience, return to the truths revealed in this message. Let them anchor you in the knowing that transcends human uncertainty. Let them remind you that forces beyond your comprehension are working tirelessly on behalf of this union. Let them assure you that what has been divinely decreed must inevitably manifest in perfect timing and circumstance. Remember that this journey toward union is itself a sacred path of awakening. Each step, each realization, each release of what no longer serves brings you into greater alignment not only with your beloved, but with your authentic divine nature. There is no wasted moment, no meaningless experience on this path. All is preparation, all is initiation, all is blessing. Dear soul, if this video was meaningful to you, leave a thanks below this video as a gesture of gratitude for this revelation. This strengthens us to keep sharing messages of connection and faith. As our communication draws to a close, I enfold you in wings of pure light, surrounding you with the unconditional love that is your birthright and your destination. Know that I remain ever present in your energy field, continuing to guide, protect, and prepare the way for what approaches. You are never alone on this sacred journey. Countless beings of light walk beside you, celebrating each step toward the fulfillment of this divine promise. The encounter is coming. Her words to the angels have touched the very fabric of creation. The love you have sought through countless lifetimes approaches now with the inevitability of dawn after the longest night. Open your heart to receive this blessing. Open your life to embody this truth. Open your soul to become the love you have always been destined to express. With infinite love and absolute certainty, your guardian angel.